Hello, race fans, and welcome to Fontana, California. We are just about ready for the second race of the Rothmans World Series. It is time for the Lucky Strike 400. Peter Onjak will line from the pole alongside Alexander Rowe. But we're going to go through a few pre-race stories. The first up being the 6 and the 17, formerly Spears Raven Racing. Patrick Raven has backed out of the series. So it will be Rowdy Green, the driver of the 17, who takes over the team. It is now Rowdy Motorsports. Green actually failed to make the field here at Auto Club. The 6 did make it in. This is now driven by Matthew Hubert of Seattle, Washington, and a great qualifying run for him. He is up here inside the top 10, and so look for him to try to make a splash in his first RWS start. And now, let's talk about some of the other cars that we're seeing for the first time, although they were at Homestead.
Some of the cars that didn't make the field at Homestead have made it here at Auto Club, one of which is this car, the He Gets Us 44 of Austin Rogers. Other cars that have made it in include the 46 of Tina Curtis from Ireland. The 31 of Logan Cloud also makes the field in the Cheddar's car. Next in the field is Aidan Martin in the 93, also making his first start of the season. Andre Wilson was fast in practice at Homestead, did not make the field, but makes the field despite not having the same practice performance this time around. And to cover another story, the 86 of Rose Wilson.
Rose Wilson suffered an engine failure the moment she took the lead at Homestead right at the halfway mark. The underfunded Rose Motorsports program with 4 full-time employees quickly got to work trying to rebuild the engine. Tried to work with Toms, of course, they're based over in Japan. Took a little bit to get the engine shipped over, showed decent speed in practice, not great single car speed, qualified 29th, but will roll off 28th due to Fitzwater failing post-qualifying tech inspection. The team hopes this engine is more reliable than it was last week, but they are telling Rose to be pretty cautious at the start of this race to ensure that they don't have another engine failure right at the midpoint as soon as they work the car up to the front of the field.
Alright, so that will be the last of our pre-race storylines. Just going over very quickly our D&Qs from this race alongside Rowdy Green. As we touched on earlier, 2 of the 3 Crossroads Racing cars failed to make it. James Ellison and Dustin Shrew, both of which ran very well at Homestead. Logan Cloud, who is actually the only Crossroads car to miss Homestead, will be the only representative here at Auto Club. And then our other D&Qs are the 99 Escoria Touran for the single car Neviki Racing outfit, and Jamie Fredrickson for Revolution Racing. Now we are going to send it trackside for the remainder of our pre-race ceremonies, and we'll bring you back to the booth when we're ready for this for the starting command, the starting grid, and then green flag action here under the lights at Auto Club.
And now to sing our national anthem, please welcome national recording star Brian McKnight and his sons Broken Robot BJ and Nico.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
California race fans, are you ready? It's time for those most famous words in auto sports. Please welcome Motorsports TV legend, Dave Despain, to give a command.
Racers, start your engines.
Rounding out the field here at Auto Club is Zachary Fitzwater Sr. after a failure in post-qualifying tech inspection. Joining him on the last row is the other Zachary, the 13 Red Bull Honda of Bilello. In row 14 we have Rose Wilson in the Corteva Toms Toyota engine car for Rose Motorsports, David Richardson in the Raising Cane's Honda on the outside of that row. Row 13 is Daniel Voiles and Brandon Smith. Row 12, Charlie Davenport in the number 7 AutoNation Chevrolet alongside Flandre Wilson in the 23 car making her first start of the season. On the next row, Goran Petrovic in the 76 car alongside Zayden Davidson in the number 4 Camel car.
Into the top 20 now, Levi Pren is the first Anderson Jr. Enterprises car alongside Teo Spletzer. Row 9, Luna Bennington in the Sony Honda is partnered alongside Juan Diaz, our first winner of RWS history. Row 8 presents The Den. The Den is finally in the show alongside Xander Valen. Row 7 sees Logan Cloud make his first start of the season alongside Ricky LaFleur in the number 69 Repsol Honda. And rounding out in row 6 will be Hallie Anderson Jr. in the final Anderson Jr. Enterprises car, and Dennis Kudryashov will be rolling off 11th in the number 94.
Into the top 10 now, we see Devin Pice, who ran pretty strong at Homestead. He'll be lining up alongside Tina Curtis. Her first start sees her inside the top 10. Row 4 then, we'll see Renato Moreno lining up alongside Jeffrey Fidguy. A very good day for the Turismo Autosports camp, both cars in the top 10. Row 3 now, Cameron Brennan, fast in practice, fast in qualifying. Is this the day for the 81? And Matthew Hubert making his first start for Rowdy Motorsports. Into row 2 now, Luke Evans, another strong qualifying run for Davis Sharp Racing. He'll line up alongside Austin Rogers for his cell phone Volunteer Motorsports camp. And now, onto the front row for today's Lucky Strike 400. Alexander Rowe starts on the outside for Fallout Racing, and Peter Onjak on the pole looking to avenge his close loss at Homestead. The field rounding their way through turns 3 and 4 here on the pace lap. Peter Onjak, Alexander Rowe, Austin Rogers, Luke Evans, and Matthew Hubert. As we said, the top 5. We're going to see the pace car make the hard turn onto pit road off the banking. And now the field in control of Onjak and Rowe. Here we go for the second time in RWS history. We are green flag racing here under the lights at Fontana. Onjak and Rowe away evenly. As off of turn 2 we come, it is still side by side between the likes of Alexander Rowe and Peter Onjak. As we head into turn 3 for the first time, the 98 now clear out front. Here comes the 44 of Austin Rogers as Onjak looks like he's going to have enough to lead the lap, maybe not.
Looks like Onjak might have led that lap. No, Austin Rogers pips him at the line. First start in RWS history for him. First lap and first lap led. The 44 takes it to the lead with Tina Curtis directly behind. That 46 had a lightning start from 9th on the grid and is already looking to take the lead as we head into turn number 3.
Side by side for the lead through turn 3. Curtis going to clear as we get to turn 4. Can she hold on to get her first lap led in her first start? Yes, she can. She holds off right in front of the Repsol Honda of
Ricky LaFleur.
Ricky LaFleur.
And LaFleur will lead now down the back straight as Xander Valen now looks to be the primary challenger to the 69. Juan Diaz looking there for a second. Zayden Davidson right there as well. And a litany of green cars up here early on as it's Valen that's going to lead the lap. But look on the inside, Juan Diaz and Flandre Wilson, the 23, a very fast starter.
Juan Diaz had a look to the inside of the 42, is not going to be able to get there. The 23 of Flandre Wilson peeking to the inside, trying to take a look for the lead into turn 3. Won't go as the 27 is now looking 3 wide for the race lead.
It is 3 wide for the race lead. The 27 on the bottom, he's going to clear, and Logan Cloud and the 31 is going to follow him to the inside. It's going to be the 27 of Brandon Smith leading the lap. A lot of cars cycling through that bottom line, it seems, making big gains early in this race.
And as we're 5 laps through a 50, Brandon Smith out front. How about Zachary DeLello and Zachary Fitzwater, a pair of Zacharys that shared the back row? They're up here now in this mix as Brandon Smith looks like that he is going to be able to lead another lap. So the cycle will pause for at least a little bit as the Repsol Honda RLR 27 car leads here at Auto Club.
Important to note with why these drivers are continuously working, they're trying to use up the good on those tires. 27 of Brandon Smith continues to lead as I'm saying this, but a lot of drivers trying to get to that bottom, trying to use up that extra grip while they can, as it is a gaggle of cars back. Top 3, maybe top 4 are going to be single file. Not quite, as we're almost 4 wide. We might actually be 4 wide back in the pack. No, we just barely get it sorted out as Zachary DeLello now looks to the inside for the race lead.
He didn't get that lap led, but he's going to have the inside line at the turn 1, and it's very valuable, it seems. With this, as you can see, he gets a big run through the center of the corner to get clear into the lead, bringing the 83 no, sorry, not the 83, the 62 Netflix car, who goes for the lead in turn 3. If you take the lead in 1, you might be eligible to lose the lead into 3, it seems. And you might be able to lose a lead into 1 again if you take the lead in 3, as the number 7 car comes to take the lead across the line.
And it's Davenport now in control of this race. Aiden Martin now going to be the main challenger to him as we continue to take this frantic pack race throughout this race. 8 laps through, and we are seeing no signs of stopping. There was sign a little bit when Brandon Smith was able to get his car out front, but now the 27 has shuffled back. I think Davenport is trying to string this field out now a little bit, but Pice, I think, doesn't want to play. He's going to go to the inside of the 93 of Martin and maybe challenge the 7 now into turn 1.
Pice looking to the inside for second, not quite going to get there to get to the inside of the 7 car of Davenport. Pice will, however, clear into second as we are running side by side through most of the pack, almost 3 wide for about 5-6 rows deep. Top 3 single filed out once again. Top 4 make it the top 5 single file out now. Pice looks to the inside of Davenport. I do think the 7 will be able to lead that lap, but that train of cars on the inside is just going to blow the doors off of that 7 car into 1.
It's almost like a stock car super speedway race with how close these cars are running together. The 48 looking to get the lead from Devin Pice as they come down the back. Does he look inside? No, he sticks in the line, but he's very much still clear in second. As they come through 3 and 4, he's right under the rear wing. He dives to the inside of a 4. He's looking for the lead as they come down the front stretch. Will he get to the line? Yes, Alexander Rowe just leads that lap as he takes the lead here at Auto Club.
So now it's the outside pole sitter back to the point. Dennis Kudryashov now driving it in for Volunteer Motorsports. Jeffrey Finguy, the next car in line behind, and then it's Matthew Hubert in the 6. So once again, some of the cars that started toward the front and faded early are now back up here, as we're mostly now 2 wide through the field. Things may be calming down a little bit, but about every time we said it, things start to pick up again, and here comes Matthew Hubert, going to put it 3 wide now for the lead.
Hubert in his first ever start, absolutely showing no fear, put it 5th on the grid and trying to make a look for the lead, which he'll get. Tina Curtis and Logan Cloud, 2 drivers that didn't even make the field at Homestead, now follow the 6 through, and they try to make it 3 wide into turn 3 as we're almost 4 wide there, battling for about 10th or so, and I think we are 4 wide. Ooh, I hope we get it sorted out. We're trying. Pice almost put Rowe in the fence off of 4, but I think we finally got it sorted back down to 3 as Cloud and Curtis battle into turn number 1.
But look for Xander Valen. He had the run there, but Cloud just managed to cover him off as we come out of turn 2. And he covers off Tina Curtis, but Valen has the run down the inside. He's got Haley Anderson Jr. right behind him, pushing that bubble. There's a little bit of air that sits behind the rear wing. If you get your front wing right there, it almost acts as a push to the car ahead. And they're using that on that bottom line to perfection as Xander Valen leads. And Haley Anderson might make a look into turn 1 here. Yes, she does. To the inside for the lead.
And that's Anderson Jr. now to the point, so it's the 60 and the 93 that have been up here. We're yet to see the 83 make an appearance in this lead pack, as it's Zayden Davidson now the main challenger, but Flandre Wilson wants to get a move on, was all over the back of the 4, is going to not be able to make a move yet, as Davidson's going to cycle to the lead, and I think David Richardson is going to pounce on the 23 to become that second car on the inside line, as the 4 now to the point.
It almost feels like you really don't want to lead this race, and honestly, I don't know how many drivers want to lead this race. You are packing a bunch of air right on your nose. You are giving everybody behind you a tow if they get packed up in a line. But right now, nobody's waiting. Sure, it's lap 15 of a 50-lap race, but pit stops are coming up soon. You got to start thinking about track position for that. As Fitzwater from the back of the grid once again got to the front, got to right about where he was about this time 6-7 laps ago, went straight to the back, and the 77 is back to the front. Nobody has a dominant car today, and honestly, it's going to be a toss-up on who may have a shot to win this race. It's just going to come down to pit stops and how good your car is.
Boyles leads into turn 3, got Fitzwater right under his rear wing. Does Fitzwater make the move everyone seems to be making off of turn 4? Yes. Noses to the inside. He's got the other Zachary right behind him as they make a drag race for the line. Side by side, but it's Fitzwater who gets his lap led from last place on the grid here at Auto Club as they go 3 wide for second behind them. Brandon Smith in that 27 looking to get back to the front.
As we head down the back straight, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. in control of this field. Started dead last after failing post-qualifying tech. He's worked his way all the way to the front, but here comes Brandon Smith wanting his lead back. And also here comes the 18 of Theo Splitzer and the 93 of Aiden Martin.
The Den looking to the inside to take the race lead, not going to have the run. Has Splitzer tucked up right under his rear wing. Brandon Smith, however, I feel like has led the most laps today. That 27 continuously finds his way to the front. Aiden Martin tucked up behind his rear wing. Both of them may still be clear. The 18, not quite. Oh man, there was almost contact. Brandon Smith honestly shouldn't worry about what's behind him. He should just keep his head down and focus on that race lead. So we're fanning out 3-4 wide as the 4 car is in. I don't know if this is scheduled or not. This is really early.
I don't think it is.
No, it's not.
Very early. The fuel run was, we calculated about a 25 lap halfway through the race. I don't know if the 4 can make it from there. If that is a scheduled stop, he might have a problem on that number 4 Camel car.
I noticed the 4 was kind of slow. It was weaving a little bit down the back straight last time by. So I'm wondering if the 4 had a tire go down or something. That stop very much was not scheduled. And that is a hammer blow to Zayden Davidson's chances with this entire field packed up. And speaking of Anderson Jr. Enterprises, as I was saying earlier. The 60 and the 93 had been up here. Here comes the 83 of Levi Pren.
While all this has been going on with the 4 car coming down pit road early, the 27 has yet to turn over the lead. They're still cycling back from second on back, but that 27 is looking really strong, and honestly, could be the favorite as we're looking 4 wide for about 7th, 8th right there. Can't quite tell who all is involved. They might get it sorted. They're not going to. We're going to be 4 wide, 2 rows deep now. Can't tell who that was. Whoever it was, you are a saint for letting Moreno back in line, because that almost was dangerous off of 2.
Well, they got that sorted out in good time before they got to turn 3. Kudryashov sneaks through to the lead by Brandon Smith while we were looking at that 4-wide debacle. The 76 of Petrovic looking to his inside as they come past the line. Kudryashov leads the lap, but I think it's going to be Petrovic leading into turn 1 in that Unocal 76 car.
And it is, in fact, Petrovic that leads the only Revolution Racing car after Fredrickson's D&Q. Jeffrey Finguy, though, not sitting around. He's going to jump to the inside. Matthew Hubert, once again, right there. Flandre Wilson right there. Names that we've all mentioned before. But it is Jeffrey Finguy in the Budweiser 92 that now will lead for a bit. But I think Hubert's going to try to beat him out to the line.
Drag race to the line. It looks like Hubert will lead at the line. Flandre Wilson takes a peek. Not quite going to stay there. Will stay in the line with the 6 car. Xander Valen's back up here. Finguy almost led his first laps of the day, and I do believe the first laps he's ever led all season, as Flandre Wilson looks for the race lead heading into turn number 3.
And it's side by side into turn 3, but Wilson has that inside line. The inside line seems very favorable in the corners here. Maybe even on the front straight as well. She comes off. She's fully clear. Comes down. Middle lane covers. She leads the lap. Here comes the 41 of Bennington to take that lead straight back away from her.
And Bennington is going to soar through the 41. Now hits the front 4, I believe, the first time today. As we're already at lap 24 of 50. So expect pit stops coming up here very shortly.
Looked like they were trying to shuffle
Whoa!
back down to the back of the pack. Oh, we're 5 wide. This is dangerous.
That's
We might get it.
Those are pitters.
Oh.
They were slow. They were getting to the bottom to slow down for pit road, and oh man, that was close.
No, as I was saying, they
make
were
it down cleanly, though.
shuffling. As I was saying, they were shuffling in the back to get it sorted out. That was almost terrible into 3 and 4 there. Bennington is the first car down pit road. Leading about half the field down is what it looks like. The other half stays out 1 more lap.
That was the question. Is it staying out 1 extra lap gonna save time? Do you save more time with less fuel going into the car, or do you gain time by pitting early and getting those fast laps back underway as soon as possible? The 62, I believe, was the leader down pit road. Yes, Daniel Voiles leads that second pack down pit road into his box.
And the Fallout crew will go to work on the 62 of Daniel Voiles. I believe it is Bennington leading the first group back off of pit road. As I believe there's another group that actually might have stayed out another lap. That included the likes of the 6, the 44, and the 23, as Voiles now leading his group off. So this is going to be key to see which strategy is the
6 on
one.
pit road just there.
I believe that was just pit situation.
I believe that's just how they crossed the line in the pits. Very disorganized as we come off the pit road here. No big packs forming just yet. But Luna Bennington up to speed. Can she beat anyone up to who's still getting up to speed?
There's
yes.
Voiles. And Bennington will beat
Back to
Daniel
the lead.
Voiles out.
It looks like short pitting is the way to go. Not quite packed up yet. The 41 will take the race lead. I still saw the 4 out there, so clearly whatever problems was not terminal for him. Still in front of some cars, Peter Onjak going from pole to the very, very back. Unfortunate for that 98 crew. At the very least, they will beat the 4 because they're going to have to come down pit road once again. Strategy still touch and go. Like, the latest driver's pit was lap 25 there. It was right at the halfway mark. The only way they'd be able to make it is if we get a caution, as about the top I'd say 7 or so try to get packed back up. I honestly think that might be the only pack. We got a little 3-car spurts in the back, but I think these 7 cars are going to be who will fight it out for the win.
Yeah, unless the packs behind them form up and catch the draft this lead pack, I believe these little small gaggle of cars will be the ones fighting for the win here. You can see that gap between the end of this first pack and Flanders Wilson in that second pack is Fitzwater at the back of this first pack. And everything getting strung out. Oh! That was close off turn 4. They almost tried to put it 3 wide between the 6, the 62, and I think that's the 64?
84.
84, sorry. But they managed to keep it straight, and the 76 retains the lead here. Petrovic.
This is not what any of the chasing packs want to see, as this lead group starting to single file out behind Goran Petrovic for Revolution Racing. Though Ricky LaFleur, he cost the second pack at Homestead a chance to catch the lead pack after pit stops, and now he's going to go to the inside, try to take the glory for himself. Here comes LaFleur for the lead.
All right, I guess Ricky did not listen to a single word I said on the broadcast last week. That man does not care. He makes no friends. Not a care what anybody else thinks about him. He just wants to win, honestly.
Oh, and problems for Rowe.
Oh, we got a car stop.
Oh, Rowe's blown up. That might be a caution.
We're still green.
Rowe stopped on the engine.
RWS officials not calling that a yellow. I question.
That is
that.
a questionable call. That's a questionable call. He was right on the edge of the turn 3. If car made contact, spun down, just to where the apron is. That could have been a nasty collision with a stopped car. But they managed to roll him quickly behind the wall as we stay green here.
But
Hubert leads into turn 3.
That is disaster for Fallout Racing. 2 straight weeks with a mechanical failure on one of their cars. It was Daniel Voiles losing an engine late at Homestead last week. And now it's Alexander Rowe with some sort of mechanical problem that will see him, I believe, likely out of this race. And the 48 was a strong car again. But once again, that team's still trying to work out the kinks with their Mercedes-powered car. As Zachary Fitzwater Sr. trying to go last to first. He is out front here at Auto Club.
I'm still questioning that decision by RWS officials. It's not the 90s anymore. Like, that is borderline unsafe. Again, can't do anything in the booth, but really, really question their idea there. Petrovic takes a look to the inside as we're just south of 20 laps to go now. 8th on back isn't really catching. This is going to be the battle for the lead as these 7 cars, even though they keep shuffling and that second pack is at least single file. 7 cars beat 4 no matter what order they're doing or how they're lined up.
Petrovic leads into the line, coming to, what's that, 23 to go? No, sorry, 17 to go, my apologies. Goran Petrovic ahead of Ricky LaFleur as we come off turn 2, and I agree, those second cars, they don't seem to be catching all that much to their lead pack. A couple of them are side by side back there, as only one row side by side in this first pack. But that might change here in 3 and 4. Ricky LaFleur going for the inside, looking for the lead.
And it's once again LaFleur and Petrovic that are going to lock horns for this race lead. As the 69 going to take the point. Ricky LaFleur back to the lead here at Auto Club. Luna Bennington and Matthew Hubert in tow. And yeah, that gap to the likes of, this is Wilson Rogers, Brennan, and Davenport is staying at a stable around 2.5 seconds. Got a larger pack forming back here, led by Hallie Anderson Jr., and which this gaining pack led by Luke Evans and Levi Pren. But I don't really know if he'll be able to catch this lead pack.
It's honestly going to require a huge miracle, but if that second, technically 3rd and 4th pack can get batched up together enough, they'd be able to catch the second pack of those 4 cars back there. It's going to take a miracle. It's honestly going to take a caution to get everybody packed back up, but we've seen there, if RWS officials are not going to throw a yellow for a stopped car on the apron, it's going to take a car in the fence or something to bring out the caution. Ricky Lafleur will still lead. Matthew Hubert takes a look to the inside. Might actually take a look for the lead off of 2. No, slots back in line trying to get the run into 3.
All single file on the top 3. 4th, they're going to go side by side for turn in for 3rd, with Zachary Fitzwater Sr. looking to the inside of Bennington. The 84 following him. Side by side for the lead now. Matthew Hubert decides to pull out in turn 4, side by side across the line. Does he lead that lap? Oh, just missed it. But he's going to get the lead in turn 1 with that inside line as they go 3 wide for 2nd place.
It's David Richardson who's going to move into 2nd. Goran Petrovic, though, quick to try to make a move to the inside of the 84, as Alexander Rowe officially out of the race, only listed as retired right now. So I think the team not quite sure yet what's gone wrong with the 48, but certainly whatever it is terminal, and he might be our only retirement from this race considering how the pace is going.
That is entirely possible, but also we had 2 engine failures back at Homestead. There's a chance another engine could let go. If it was an engine failure on the 48 car, Petrovic taking a look to the inside of the 6. That 2nd pack is starting to lose time. They've lost about half a second since we last brought them up on the broadcast. That 3rd pack is starting to get formed together. There's just no time left at this point. It's going to take a huge miracle, and honestly, they're losing time to the 2nd pack now. Petrovic leads 11 laps to go as they fire it off into turn number 1.
Unless that 3rd pack can catch the little small pack of 4 cars and bring them all up to the front, it's not going to be any challenge for any of these guys on the top 7. Goran Petrovic leads in turn 3, Voiles in 2nd, Bennington looking to take that 2nd with on the inside of the 3 wide for 4th place. I think it's gonna be these 7 battling out for the lead unless a caution comes out and we get all bunched back up as we take 10 laps to go here at Auto Club.
That was a bit of a risky block there on Daniel Foyles from Luna Bennington, and Goran Petrovic is now starting to pull away a little bit from the remainder of these 7 cars. I'm wondering if the 76 has been able to lead and just conserve his equipment a bit more, as 3 wide there between Lafleur, Richardson, and Voiles. It looked like Lafleur was pushing down on the 84 for a second there, but Petrovic really staking his claim out front here. Fitzwater to the inside of Bennington, going to try to disturb the 76.
Petrovic still leads. I don't know what that Toyota motor is or if it's some type of aero setup, but that car has been flying. Ricky Lafleur, I respect the move into 3, trying to pinch the car down on the inside. Very dangerous move to make as he almost gets into the back of the 77. I do not know what this Canadian is up to, but man wants to win. I can't help but to respect it. Petrovic still leads as we are just south of 10 laps to go, 8 to go. Honestly, I don't think anybody can touch the 76. That car has been dominant in the latter stages of this race.
It's going to take a big charge from any of these top 7 drivers if they want to get at Goran Petrovic in the lead, the Serbian, leading with under 10 to go. Fitzwater right in his slipstream, but they're side by side behind him. Does he have enough aero help to get anywhere close to Goran Petrovic? They're side by side for 3rd, but Hubert might just clear Luda Bennett. No, sorry, that's not Luda Bennett. That's
Richardson.
No, they're gonna go side by side for 2nd. This is very good for Petrovic. If they keep battling side by side behind, they'll not get that run that they need on Petrovic. So side by side in this mirror is exactly what Petrovic wants to see as we come closer to 5 to go.
It's just like Homestead, where Juan Diaz was able to stake his claim out front and then just hold the lead for the rest of the way, except instead of only like 3 or 4 cars, it's 7. This is a very impressive run going for Goran Petrovic, but now they're starting to get single filed up. Can Hubert work with fellow Chevrolet driver Zachary Fitzwater Sr. to try to take this lead away? Here comes the run off of turn 4. Is Hubert going to step out? No.
Fitzwater instead will step out as 5 laps to go here, and guys, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but they did pit before halfway. I question the fuel saving. The 76 probably has been able to save the most fuel, even though he is leading the pack, because he's not battling for position. Anything, it's making the 76 look even better in his position right now, coming to 4 to go as we round off turn number 4. I don't know. I'm still touch and go on fuel as we appear to be catching a slow car. That might be the 93 of Aiden Martin. Yes, it is.
I think Martin just lost the draft and not had the single car speed to keep anywhere near the rest of the field. But they're not going to catch him for another couple laps yet. Now the question of fuel, the cars behind Petrovic, they've had his draft when they're not battling for position against each other. Petrovic has had to plow through all of the clean air in front of him. He can't let the drafts pull him closer to a car, because you don't need to run full throttle behind a car to catch. You can let off that throttle just a little bit and it'll help you. If they catch the den, then Petrovic might be able to lift off and save that last little bit of fuel that he needs. But we don't know if he has enough. We have to see, though, as he comes off turn 4, coming to 2 laps to go, as they're side by side for second behind him.
And there's a car down pit road. I couldn't quite tell who it was. It's Fitzwater. So the 77 down pit road with just 2 laps to go. That is big concern for the rest of these cars in this pack. Who's got the fuel to make it now?
Oh man, this makes everything a million times harder.
As coming off of turn 4, Petrovic, he's pitting! LaFleur in as well!
Oh, the fuel is not enough! He doesn't have enough fuel. He has to dive down pit road.
David Richardson now takes the white flag. Matthew Hubert in his tracks. Here comes the 6 into turn 1.
It's side by side for the lead. Do either of these cars have enough fuel or will they run out on the final lap? Hubert to the lead. He's praying that Aiden Martin gives him enough draft down the back straight away. Final time into turn 3. Side by side for second. Bennington to the inside.
Does Bennington now have the run? No, Bennington's out of fuel. So off of turn 4, Matthew Hubert in his first RWS start is going to win at Auto Club.
My, oh my, what a finish.
Oh.
I feel for the
man.
76 of Petrovic. He had that race won.
And he's exiting pit just as the leaders start to slow down on their cooldown lap. That must be a heartbreaking sight for him to see as he comes off pit road just there and come around.
What is Braden Smith doing? Oh, that's Ricky LaFleur, never mind. Oh, that was almost catastrophic with those cars on the cooldown lap.
Some cars took the white flag before the leaders lapped them, so they have to finish their laps at speed as everyone comes in who did finish on the lead lap. Matthew Hubert gets his first career RWS win. The 84 of David Richardson comes home second. The 62 of Daniel Voiles completes the podium, and Flandre Wilson leads that second pack home to take 4th place in her first start of the season after she missed Homestead.
I mean, the big story is definitely going to be that 6 team. I mean, their first start under the new Rowdy Motorsports banner, and sure, owner-driver Rowdy Green not in the field, but how about it? Matthew Hubert delivers, first time asking, he takes the win. As you mentioned, Richardson 2nd, Voiles 3rd, Wilson 4th, then it's Austin Rogers in 5th, Cameron Brennan, Charlie Davenport, Luke Evans, Levi Pren, and Brandon Smith round the top 10. Then Hallie Anderson Jr., Xander Valen, Rose Wilson, Tina Curtis, the 8 of Devin Pice, Zachary DeLello, Theo Spletzer, Logan Cloud, Jeffrey Finguy, and Dennis Kudrashov, the top 20. Then followed by Luna Bennington, the 51 of Juan Diaz, after winning, will only come on 22nd. Goran Petrovic, 23rd. Then Ricky LaFleur, Renato Moreno, Peter Onjak, Zachary Fitzwater, Aiden Martin, and Zayden Davidson round the finishers, with Alexander Rowe, of course, having his problem earlier in the race. He does not finish. So that has been all from the Lucky Strike 400. Do we have any closing thoughts from this race, our second in RWS history.
Well,
This
we now
was
know that on 2-mile ovals, fuel is a big factor. Massive factor. It cost Goran Petrovic the win. He did not have enough fuel. Matthew Hubert managed to stay in his draft, lift off the throttle a little bit, save that fuel, and he came around to win. So maybe when we come to Michigan later in the season, we have to look out for some fuel mileage.
I mean, this was obviously the most exciting race in RWS history. We've only had 2 so far. Homestead was exciting in its own regard, but this one had everything with fuel mileage, great pack racing at the start, and hey, we got a winner in his first ever start. Honestly, this race was a pretty good race. I honestly have no complaints.
Alright, well, that is all from Auto Club, and so don't look now, but we'll be taking on a road course for the first time, actually very soon. Rather, I'm getting my schedule mixed up. The third race will be coming at our first short oval of the season, so we'll still see our higher downforce package for the first time, and it will be racing in Colorado at Pikes Peak. But until then, thank you for watching the RWS, and we'll see you at Pikes Peak.